Alright, welcome back to another league race. This time we're with TMC Division 3 in Germany for the the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. You can see the weather. I was afraid of a wet one, but it is dry for both sessions, so happy days. Just going to see the setup in a second, just to kind of explain a few things behind it. Going to load it. I don't know why I left this in, but we're going to load it. We're going to run on the hards at least a few laps of more fuel, but 4-6 when it comes to the mediums. You can see the rest of the thing there. 9-7 front anti-roll bars, just got a bit more turn into turn one. I would struggle for general grip afterwards anyway, more so at a particular point of the track, which we'll get to. Anyways, heading out on the hards. No, don't want any part of the softs, of course. Standard procedure at Germany, of course. Let's see, ultra softs last year, didn't want any part of. And yeah, into this one I was hoping just to avoid penalties, and that was, we kind of pick it up from there. But anyways, here is my lap on mediums. So fast forward a bit later, a bit sunnier conditions. It's a 12.2. So you can see the time left, 1 minute 10. Like, I wanted to try and get another run in if I could, so it's going to be touch and go if I can actually get with him. But I did cross the line with a second left to get another lap in. We're going to actually go on board for this lap. So a nice turn one there. Gaining, well, not really gaining time, but not really losing any time either. So we're in 5th place at the moment. I'm the last one to cross the line. A little bit of understeer heading towards, I believe it's turn 3. As we unwind onto the back straight here in the hot lap. I have enough fuel for this, of course, so we can just go for it. Chubbs is there on 4th on the mediums. I believe Caesar's actually going to jump us during this lap into this position as well, into 5th. Good rotation this time around into this hairpin. You can see where I'm making up the time. Exit again, so I'm just under a 10th up. You can see just as we head to the right-hander again, heavy braking. I hit the apex a bit better this time. Could have taken a bit more curb on this one. Try to hang this a bit flat. I was a bit hesitant to get back on the throttle, lost a bit of time there, but we're going to make up all the time here into sector 3, I believe. So 5th gear through there. You can see we're now a 10th and a bit up. So you head towards through the Sachs curve. Again, getting a nice bit of time through there, and just to try and end this lap nice and strong. You see Caesar's then gone to 5th. Last two corners. I didn't make up as much time as I would have wanted to make up a decent bit of time to that last corner. Cross the line, and it is a 12 flat, I believe. And we do jump Caesar into P5. So second quickest of the guys on the mediums. That was the main objective. Really just to qualify on the mediums and just kind of go from there. So there you go then. Second of the mediums. 7,000 behind Chubbs then in 4th. And if I could have got past Chubbs in qualifying, that could have made a big difference in this race. We're going to find out though why that is the case in a sec. You see the rest of the qualifying there. Ali on pole, Steve, quite a number of people on the softs, which surprised me. But anyways, heading into the race, there's the strategy. Onto the hards, put to 5-6 wings for a bit more turn in. Put the fuel up a bit more because I want to be able to run rich kind of whenever. This is a track where it's, DRS plays a big part, especially through, obviously 3 DRS zones, but mostly down that back straight towards the hairpin. So anyways, here we go then. 4-5 red lights, and away we go. I didn't get the worst start here. I think it's Caesar got a really good start then behind me. He's going to jump me straight away then, so I have to relinquish that position, and I have Stevie G on my right hand side. It's a very narrow part of the track, so I have to be conscious of leaving him the space. I leave the space, more than enough space on the inside, not contact once, twice, 3 times, and I lose position to Javier then as well. So that really wasn't necessary. I wasn't too happy about that, to be honest. I felt I left plenty of space heading into that into that turn, and I thought maybe better of Stevie G, but I don't know if he had a car in his inside or whatever. But anyways, heading down towards the hairpin, going to take a big clattering from behind. There it is. That was Silas, I believe. Thankfully I didn't lose any positions from that. Javier makes contact then with Stevie G, so I get back those 2 places I lost, and the only position I lost in the end was to Caesar. So tough first lap though, bit of a battering ram, treated as heading between CVG and then obviously got hit by Silas then. Well, thankfully it didn't spin me round or anything like that, so my wing is intact. So but just a bit disappointed to lose the position to Caesar on lap 1. See understeer there through Sachs curve. Disappointed to lose the position to Caesar, especially since it's such a short run to the turn 1, and yeah, I didn't get the best start. So anyways, after that, of course, we're now out of DRS range now of Caesar, so that's probably the worst bit of all this, is that we're out of DRS range. But Lap 4, you can see 1.8 or so behind. Side gauge is behind as well. Nice little clean turn 1. So, plenty of warnings to be had for other people, but not for me in this one. Lap 4, you can see there's Bullet Boy is I think making an overtake on side gauge. I go a bit wide into this hairpin. That would be a common theme in this race. It allowed Bullet Boy to catch right up right away from after you just overtook Silas. So Bullet Boy on mediums making his way through the field. And yeah, this was bad news for me. So anyways, here we go then. DRS obviously he's got, it doesn't go for the lunge down to turn 1 thankfully. And but now you can see Caesar's actually caught up to the back, being held up a little bit by these guys on the soft compound tyres, which are dying. I almost into the back of Caesar. I have to go to the left. That allows Bullet Boy a nice little run, and I get ahead then for this curve. But of course, DRS around here is so powerful. You can see I've got a nice amount of ERS as well to try and fight back with, and he's committed to the outside line here, so I don't mind not going to overtake to try and save a bit of ERS. And so, because I can just go down the inside here into the hairpin. See a little bit of come between the Extrema and Caesar. I was conscious of that to get off the throttle a little bit, and still trying to hold my own against Bullet Boy. I'm on the left hand side, he's on the right. Inside comes the outside for the next corner, and he's going to hang this around the outside, more track, so he gets that move done. But he compromised himself into this turn here, turn 9. So I'm able to use that, pull alongside into turn 10. He has to yield in this situation because at this high speed I have the inside line, and was able to take that position back. So that was nice, good racing there between the two of us there. So that was nice. But I'm still within DRS then of Caesar, although it hasn't got by Extrema. So you can see Chubbs there up ahead as well. So yeah, survived that first battle, and thankfully could do that then as we again enable DRS and head down towards lap 6 then. So speaking of, you can see the battle there in front. Caesar now has got by Extrema. I have to be so careful. A little bit of contact between the two, and my compromised run, because I'm trying to mind the cars in front, leaves me vulnerable to Bullet Boy behind. So I dip to the right hand side. Bullet Boy goes down the inside and he hits Extrema, and that allows I think that damages his wing, and then Extrema's compromised will have being hit. So that was a really nice stroke of luck for me how that worked out. So I can just keep going behind Caesar here, and not have to negotiate the slower car of Extrema on those dying softs. So that worked out well, and I can extend the gap. Then you can see Caesar and Chubbs in front now. This becomes the main battle here between myself, Chubbs and Caesar. We're on the medium tyres. We're on a different strategy, the best strategy. And lap 11, again, open the DRS. He's out of DRS, is he? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's out of DRS, I believe. So this is the first opportunity for me to try have a go at Chubbs. And late closing, but I'm going to go down the inside. I left the door open. Nice bit of space given left hand side, and he just has the bare exit. So worth a try for that time round, but didn't really work out on this occasion. But just getting warmed up, you can see plenty of ERS at this stage of the race, so I feel confident. Lap 13, then I initiate the undercut. I want to try something here against Caesar and Chubb. So here we come in for hard, same wings, 5-6. Nice clean pit stop, out we go. So we're hoping for a little bit of space here. As we come out, you can see there goes Ali, who pitches on to the hards a while ago. Just cautious on the exit because you don't want to floor it out of this pit lane, but nice bit of space. We're not right behind Ali, and also a little bit ahead of Matt Holmes as well. So we can push on this out lap, and here we go then, lap 15. You can see there Chubbs has come in and he has stayed in front, but he has the I have the DRS now heading down this back straight, and my tyres up to working range. So opportunity time is here. We're a little bit further back than we would like to be, but actually heading down the straight I realised I'm not going to be able to catch him, but so I put the deployment down, but this actually ended up turning into an overtake by accident. He saw me coming, thankfully, but it wasn't my intention to do this originally, but it just worked out the way that I could have a go. I didn't really mean to, but thankfully he saw me coming and we avoided the contact, because I didn't really mean to catch him by that much. Again, you can see I kind of gave up with halfway down the straight pretty much. Side by side, I leave him the space, but I run a little bit wide here on the exit, and that's again same way that I got Bullet Boy. He's going to get me, and I have to yield to this position. I have to leave him the space on the inside because that corner is too fast, and he's the inside line. I have to leave him the space. So he survives that one, but again, I've got plenty of ERS, so I'm confident opportunities are going to be coming. Again, here we go then with DRS. He goes defensive. Normally I'll go a bit more to the right hand side to try and fight it, but this time I thought I'd try the switch back, and you can see it didn't really work out. So that was a failed attempt then. And I know he's got a 3-second penalty at this stage, and I'm conscious of that. I don't have any warnings at this stage of the race, so I'm in good shape. But the big part of the race happens here. So Ali's made a mistake somewhere up the road, and we're now in range. So he's got DRS as Chubbs. I have DRS now, but it's going to be hanging back a little bit. So I'll use a bit of overtake though to try and close the gap a bit, and then switch it then very quickly down to low. So just trying to save a bit of DRS where I can. Braking, then I almost hit into the back of it. You can see that the DRS is gone as well, because he has to run wide there. I want to be very, very careful. My DRS is gone. This is the absolute worst track in the game, I think. You could probably lose DRS, maybe Monza as well, but there's 3 DRS zones here, and now I need to get past Ali. Like, I'm quicker this part of the race. You can see my DRS. I've not got down the main straight. I've not got down this straight, and as we head down towards the hairpin, I still don't have it, and this is disastrous. I need to get past Ali because Chubbs is getting away here. I can't get by Ali though, because Ali's still within DRS of Chubbs. So this is really, really bad. This is very, very bad for me, this part of the race. You can see I'm closing. I have to use what ERS I have saved over these first 18 laps. And it's not ideal. I could try to save a bit at the end there. But as long as Ali has DRS on Chubbs, I can't make an overtake until my DRS comes back. So this is disastrous stuff. Again, heading into lap 19, I have no DRS so far. And again, I have no DRS heading down this straight. But now Ali is out of DRS range. And this is bad news. I'm trying to reel him in my straight line speed and my ERS, and I can't get close enough to make an overtake down towards this. I'm going to try anyways though, and he has the better line on the outside though, leaving the space. Drag race heading up towards turns 7 and 8. I want to switch to the outside. He comes over late to cut it, compromise himself heading into this corner. I'm able to get the move done. And I'm not sure if he let me by or whatever the case, but that was that was a tough one. But now the big thing is now I'm out of DRS range. I'm 1.8 seconds behind Chubbs, and losing DRS was the worst thing that could have happened to me. Losing DRS to Chubbs was the worst thing that could have happened, because now I can't fight back, and I struggled at various points in the second stint as well with understeer. And so if I had DRS, I think things would have been really interesting. But lap 28, this is basically where the race ends. Like he's cleared 3 seconds. You know, so it was tough to lose DRS at that point in the race. It was the most important part of the race, to lose DRS. And then Chubbs, to be fair, did catch up to Caesar, and when they started getting in each other's DRS, that just pulled them even further away from me. And so I'm not going to have any penalties. Neither is Caesar, but Chubbs has a 3-second penalty, but it's not going to matter because he's pulled well without of that range. So partly, I do believe if I was in within DRS, I don't know if I could have overtaken him and stayed in front of him, but we would have at least been, to and fro perhaps, and it would have been tougher for him to bridge 3 seconds. So pretty rough, but all things considered, P3 around Germany, no penalties. Happy with how turn 1 went. A bit tough on the hairpin in terms of understeer. I lost quite a bit of time with that at times, but we're going to finish P3. Caesar wins the race on penalties, and look, all things considered, after lap 1, how lap 1 went, it could have been much worse. So look, tough that I couldn't get second. I felt it was definitely there today. I had DRS, my DRS not failed. Oh well, and that's just part of it. I can be happy that I, put in a good performance. I used my second warning on the last lap just to try and, just push a little bit more. I was hopeful that maybe an accident would take place between Chubbs and Caesar, and maybe I could, either gain enough time to get within Chubbs' penalty, or they have an off and I can nip through and take the race win. But nothing of the sort. I know Chubbs won the race on track there. I think he grabbed it on the last lap. They were to and from for the last couple of laps, and that's kind of what helped them take them even further away from me in the end. But look, a good race. Fair play to them both. They did well. Tough on DRS, but look, I'll take it. It's another podium, another strong result. I'll definitely take it. Next up is Hungary. Should be interesting. Not feeling too confident, having done some practice runs. Hopefully things can be okay. But anyways, thanks very much for watching, and until next time. Ahoy.